Ooh, excuse me. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, volume. It's looking good. All right. Okay. I think you guys know what time it is. It's time to start the stream. Oh my goodness. So let's come on over here. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the official ROCKFISH Games stream, where I am your host and your guide, Eric Schrader, the community ambassador for ROCKFISH Games, giving you all the details of EVERSPACE 2. I have already started the game up. I'm in the Kite Nebula. We are like literally where we left off. Like we were flying around doing some things. If you guys remember that. Yeah, like we are literally right where we left off. And yeah, let's cover a couple of things that we'll be discussing today. So first off, we are going to be showing some new concept art for the upcoming Gang Wars update in the summer. That's pretty exciting. A couple new pieces there. We'll also be covering the concept art from last week as well for anybody who missed it. Also, you get a nice solid package of what to look forward to, because, you know, that's always a bonus, right? And then in addition to that, we will be engaging with you guys quite considerably today, making sure that questions are answered, that the conversation is good, to make sure you guys know what's going on. Because we've been in a little bit of a lull, right? We have. Things have been a little bit slow. We recognize that, and that's because the preparations for this upcoming summer update are kind of insane. So, I'm not so sure I have any sort of like teases to show you in game other than weapon sound effects, which we may or may not uncover. We'll just kind of like play around with new equipment that we find. But otherwise, a lot of the content that's getting added into the game space right now is stuff that is reserved for the summer update, like straight up. Like we're talking about content that appears over here, and I'm not gonna dive into that until a number of things. One, when it's fully ready, and two, when I have permission to do so. Excellent. So for now, we are going to just continue where we left off. We're gonna have some fun zipping around, collecting some goods, and then from there, concept art and you know, everything further on that front. I'm checking the perks just to make sure there wasn't any additional changes, by the way, because we have been having a couple discussions about what alts do and what the perks do, and you know, a couple other things, and there will be some adjustments here and there, I'm sure, in the future. Nothing has been implemented. Quick look through my gear indicates nothing crazy new on that front either. Excellent. Excellent. So let's dive on in. Welcome everybody who is joining the stream. Somebody is saying, hey, hope you feel better. Hope you're fully recovered. Someone was like, was Eric sick? Hope you feel better. Yeah, no, it's just been in my throat for like the last couple of weeks. Man, tell you what, allergies and I just, we don't get along. We do not get along. It's like Mother Nature and I just fight anytime that it rains or, you know, there's like a really big dry spell. Oh man, it's nuts. But I digress. Don't you guys worry about that. So, let's see. Any starting questions? Is there Leviathan concept art? There's one piece of Leviathan concept art. Yes. That was shown a long time ago. I'm trying to see if I have it on file. Oh gosh. I don't know if I do. Oh, I think I've rotated my concept art so frequently. No, I don't think I've got any. Sorry. But I'm sure if we dug, we could find it. But for now, we're gonna dive in where we left off. I think we were trying to accomplish, what were we doing? We were flying over to the Thorian Fault. It was either to collect resources or something. Maybe to fill out a perk. No, I think we have all our perks. We definitely have all our perks. But we haven't fought some Redeemers in a while, so we can definitely address that. I always like taking out the Redeemer drones first because, you know, they have this mass heal, so if you, like, try to do a little bit of damage on their fighters and then they get away, and then they just heal back up. How did you survive? He's got, like, just a half a hit point there. All right. But yeah. Oh man, my aim there was a little bit off. Also wanted to fight in this area because there has been some additional work. A little additional work on some of the levels in their optimization. Like this area, I don't know if you guys remember when we first launched the Kayit Nebula, but this had some slowdown issues. There was some pull that was not welcome to the game space. It's been a little bit adjusted. I could have just used corrosion to take him out. Didn't have to worry about that, but... Oh, a new blueprint! Oh, look at that! System recovery routine. That's an interesting craftable there. All right. Don't hit me, ouch. All right, that's good. Excellent. Those Redeemers, I don't want to find more Redeemers. We'll go on a little bit deeper into their territory and zip around the caves of the Thorian Fault. See what we can find. Oh, over here. Okay, so I see a question. I'm here with serious question from Anton M. First off, the game is amazing, but why did you decide to add on-kill effects to the sci-fi cosmic game? Well, think of sci-fi more as the overarching theme of the game, whereas the main focus, the main reason to play the game at all, within the gameplay core loop, is that it's a looter shooter. And through being a looter shooter, we want to make sure we have a lot of interesting and exciting effects that can generate through the itemization pool, right? So through that, one of those elements, just one, happens to be an on-kill effect. Just one of them. That's ultimately why we chose to use it. Because it can add some interesting synergies and combinations to a player's build as they're garnering different gear. All right. See if there's any other quick questions. I see a question asking about what program was used for the concept art. Like the way that you can see how some of the strokes were made. That's actually that's a great question. We have had several concept artists through the course of Everspace 2's lifespan. And man, I wish I could straight up tell you what was specifically used, but it's not actually anything surprising. Like, I know Photoshop was one that was used to generate the concept art. Yeah, like Photoshop used for the concept art, not even joking. It's not like there's some sort of secret software out there. It's like only game developers use this. You know, it's you know, it's going to be like your common tools that a lot of graphic artists or digital artists can utilize in order to create organic or robotic features. Pretty straight up. It's pretty neat, pretty fun. All right, Arthurian Fault. I think it would be okay if I talked a little bit more about some of the challenges that were added today. So we can cover some of that while we are building up to the concept art. Ow. All right, let's get the Crusader first, because we're faster than him, and we can get around that shield. There we go. So, as you guys probably likely knew, especially since the first Outlaw Hunt you get is labeled Outlaw Hunt 1, that there would be more challenges beyond just the, oh hey, go ahead and collect, oh look at that, another blueprint, cloak field generator. But beyond the, you know, just the traditional challenges, let's just look. Let's just look. We're gonna go right into this, and we can see there's a number more that have been listed here. So let's just kind of cut to the chase and go over these now. These are not finalized. I want to be clear on that front. These are not finalized. But obviously, once you complete a certain number of achievements or make progress to a certain front, then you'll have new opportunities to unlock new masteries. And when I'm talking about masteries, I'm talking specifically about this text right here. I can't remember if I said this in the last stream or not, so I just want to fortify this right here, okay? So for challenges, we want to establish the completion of them in order to gain some sort of lasting passive benefit for the entirety of the game. I want to say that one more time, make sure you all understand, all right? When you complete a challenge, a group of challenges, it gives you something that you will retain for the rest of your experience playing EVERSPACE 2. So as a very clean example, obviously you complete Outlaw Hunt 1, it gives you a 10% discount on all equipment items at the Flying Duchess, which can, you know, zip around to various points in the world. So now let's move on to Outlaw Hunt 2. Let's look at this. Dismantle the outlaw ranks by turning their own tools against them. Kill an outlaw demolisher with one of its own mines. Kill an outlaw anti-missile drone with a missile. Destroy all armor plates of a Bloodstar Overseer, and destroy an outlaw drone carrier without destroying any of its drones. And I think you guys did see that one pop last time, but also I wanted you to look over here at this mastery, because I think this is a kind of a fun one. It specifically says that outlaw ravagers have a greatly increased chance to drop higher grade items. Higher grade items. Now, we also learned recently that items can have two different grades on them, either prototyped or Starforged. So by completing this Outlaw Hunt 2, which is probably not the final Outlaw Hunt, but by completing this, that means when you face off against Outlaw Ravagers and their variants, like, I don't know, Overseers, for example, then you will have a greater chance to obtain prototyped and Starforged equipment. So you may want to be on the hunt for Outlaw Ravagers specifically, which are a more rare enemy type. But, you know, you find them, you have a much greater chance of getting these once you complete that second Outlaw Hunt. Next up, and I might save Daredevil for later. I might save Daredevil for later. But advanced combat here. This one is an introduction into start of like comboing into things and doing things that aren't just traditional shoot and fire. So I say that, and the first one's like you see a missile and you shoot and fire a flat cannon, but it's destroying a missile with a flat cannon, okay? So it's not as traditional, but it's encouraging you to shoot down missiles, right? And flat cannons are very good at it, believe it or not. So that's one of the elements of advanced combat. This one's actually going to change. This one's destroy an enemy by ramming it. It's way too easy. Like, it's super simple. It's super easy to do. Actually, let me see what we're going to change it to. Let me just pull this up. Because I was having a conversation with Hans Christian about this either earlier today or earlier this week, I should say. I believe we're gonna change it to destroy 2 shielded enemies without breaking their shields. So corrosion's gonna be a pretty simple way to do that, obviously, but then there's also tools like piercing that could come into place on top of that. And just because we're talking about piercing, I also want to mention we are looking to increase the piercing percentage overall at a certain point when we kind of cover a little bit more ground on that front of items should have meaningful modifiers. So right now I think piercing's like, what is it, 10% you get piercing? So we're thinking of some fun things to do to that to make it actually worthwhile. Then we have destroy 5 enemies in 5 seconds and destroy 2 drones with 1 mine. This advanced combat, the passive benefit, when first entering a location, any location at all, you gain 50% increased damage for 10 seconds. This way, if you've got advanced combat out of the picture and you want to go to, like, I don't know, an unknown signal and the outlaw are jumping you right out of the gate, psh, it's not even a problem. 50% increased damage for 10 seconds. So that means, I wanna point out what that means real quick, because I think somebody asked in the Discord about this. That does not mean 432.1% damage is then increased to 482.1. That means the 482.1% damage is applied to your weapon. And then once you get that number is then increased by 50%. Huge boost. It is not a tiny little addition that adds to this. It multiplies after all of your modifiers have been applied to what your base weapon damage is, and then it says, we're gonna add 50%. Okay? Huge. That's right, Sniper NLN. So yeah, very, very powerful to have that when you're first opening up a location and you rush in to get foes. You know what, shoot, I'm also gonna talk about Daredevil because we're here, right? And we're having fun. Also, the Explorers, you know, all of those are gonna be pretty straight up where you just gain the fast forward. So you explore systems, then you can explore them, you can get through them faster. And then, let's see, Amateur Tinkerer, you've already had this one. Daredevil, let's talk. High risk area completions with certain restrictions. I think a lot of you guys are gonna like this a lot. The hardcore gamers. Because what these requirements are all about, challenging yourself further. Usually by a self-restriction, okay? So for example, complete a high-risk area without firing the primary weapon. Complete a high-risk area without using a device or ult. Complete a high-risk area without taking damage to the hull. And complete a high-risk area without having shield and armor installed. And right there it says the mastery is to be determined, but of course, again, a lot of emphasis here. Anytime you complete the package of a challenge, you will gain a mastery benefit that grants a passive effect for the entire rest of the game. So if you don't want to complete challenges, you honestly don't have to. You don't. But if you do, you'll get some type of little bonus, right? So hopefully that's incredibly well understood. Oh, and this locked one, I mean, you guys know there's gonna be more. And if you don't, hey guys, there's gonna be more. You heard it here first, all right. So there was a impromptu segment edition for challenges that I didn't have any plans to do today, but hey, figured we could talk about it. Because it's almost there. Ooh, sustained. This is actually a new prefix. I'm not 100% sure if it's available to you guys yet. Maybe it was added in the last update. I can't remember. Goodness gravy. But what this does is it increases the energy. It's the energy capacity and consumption, I think. It gives it to your benefit. So it makes it much easier to use from an energy standpoint, if I'm not mistaken. Also, I just want to hear it. Yeah, we're definitely familiar with that sound. All right. Let's clear out some of this. Oh man, I got lots of consumables. I got lots of consumables here, and man, it's so ironic because our big focus today was like, hey, we're going to talk about Drake's system and the concept art, and we don't really have a lot of stuff that we've really been working on. I've got like this thing, this device charger that instantly resets all device cooldowns, and a number like of blueprints that I've been dropping for consumables. Goodness, you guys are getting bonus treats on this front, but just letting you all know that the consumables are getting, in some cases, reworked, but also a lot of additions are getting added to them so that there's incentives for using them. That's really what it comes down to. And then also, you know, with crafting, there's probably the ability to do things there too. Okay. Okay, lot of information all at once, right at the start of the stream. Somebody's gonna come in and be like, what'd I miss? Oh man, you're gonna have to ask everyone else, sorry. I know someone is gonna be happy about no shield and no armor thing. Oh yeah, of course. I know at least one person. Are you planning to put Steam achievements? Yes. Steam achievements will happen at or very close to the 1.0 release. Actually, let's go ahead and use our beam laser for some of this. For this mining. Man, I forget how nice it is just like flying around and looking at these environments that are created. Like, I don't know how many of you have spent a lot of time in like in the Kite Nebula. Just looking around and seeing what's there. But there are a lot of little secrets. At least I'm pretty sure there are. Yeah, I got 3 out of 8 secret stashes and 0 out of 2 shadow creatures. They're probably gonna be hard to find. I love the way Phasian Crystal looks. It's beautiful. Oh, hello, Cave Crawler. No, thank you. No, thank you. All right. More biomass. I'm sure that biomass will be useful for something. Maybe. Probably. Power cell, nano injector, nice. Ooh, our buddy Baramite. All right. Everyone loves Baramite. The friendliest ore you know. What a strange spawn point there. Can we get it all? There we go. Neat. All right, let's see what questions have spawned since showing those challenges, and maybe a couple of an Inquisitor, maybe a couple of those consumables. How are you today, Eric? I see. Oh my goodness, what a delightfully gentle question. I love it. I'm doing pretty okay. I'm doing pretty okay.
Enemies in range.
Thank you for asking. Can you complete Drake Explorer for us? No. Well, I mean, I could, but then I'd get in a heck of a lot of trouble.
Just jumped in.
Oh, good.
Okay, let's make the most of him. Hey, Alec.
Fear not. I'm getting you out of this.
Let's actually go back to our pulse laser for now. Also, this brings up a little point that I think would also is just nice to talk about in and of itself. Whenever you are hot swapping things, in the future, there will be ramifications for that style of use. So what I mean by hot swapping is like, just as I went in here and I was like, oh, you know, I've got this beam laser, I've got this pulse laser, you know, I can swap things out. Just like how when you put a new consumable on, it gives you a 20-second cooldown. Same thing with secondaries. We want to have some sort of effect occur so that you can't just have an inventory of like all weapons and then just cycle between them to effectively have infinite energy and infinite number of weapons that you could just like use on the fly. That is not intended design. So while it's possible that will be adjusted in the future, there's a number of ways that we may go about adjusting that. I think the most common one that you guys have suggested was that when you equip a new item, it starts off at 0 energy. But again, we haven't fully determined how we're going to implement that. But just note, that will be a thing. So if you try swapping weapons as fast as you can on the fly, there will be some ramification for doing so. Another blueprint, maybe? Another teasing blueprint? No? All right. Can't get in additional trouble. All right, that's fine. All right. All right, some questions. Are Daredevil locked to a mode? Else you could do them on easy and have the buffs on hardcore. So, no, none of the challenges are actually locked to any gameplay mode. You can change to easy. There was a conversation that I recently poked one individual on the team about. We haven't had like a group chat about it, but something that we might end up doing is making it to where when you change this difficulty, it doesn't apply until you enter a new location. So I'm gonna say that again just to make sure everyone heard. So a conversation we haven't like fully fleshed out yet, but could be possible, is that we may change how difficulty is applied once you choose it, so that when you change it, it doesn't apply until you enter a new location. That way, if you're like in the middle of something and you're like, oh man, it's too hard, I'm gonna like dial it down to easy immediately. No, you're probably gonna die and you're gonna restart, and you're either gonna have to do it at the same difficulty or you're going to need to leave to change the difficulty and then come back to it. Or in the case of a high risk area, dump it. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Just something to point out.
Thanks for having me, Adam. Toodles.
Toodles. All right. Couple more redeemers, and then we will we'll head back to Union, I think. I think we've got some secrets in Union to figure out. We might also swap our ship at a ship dealer. Hopefully really carefully. But I think we might want a new ship. So let's go ahead and zip on out of here, head to another location. Let's see. Actually, let's go here. What about a second weapon set? No, we're not making any more item sets in the game at all. Nope. We're done with just the one. Do we only have one? No, we have two. That's it. 2 sets the entire game. That's it. Oh man, it's so easy to joke about that because you guys know we're gonna make more. Come on. Two item sets in the whole game. That would be lame. Who would play that? Who would play a game like that? Our focus is looter shootering, and you get 2 item sets total. Nah, don't you worry. We got more. We'd be making more. All right, let's head on over to Prescott Stardust. I had to poke a little fun at you, Rico. I'm sure you're a good person. It was a slightly silly question, though. Could I take out some Okar Corvettes? Yeah, I could probably do that. We can find some Okar. Just keep in mind that we still have not addressed the OCAR and the I'm just gonna call it the wanted system, because I think that's how you guys kind of like recognize it.
And unscathed.
Who knows what havoc this is doing to your microcellular structure?
I'm sure it's fine. All right, I'm gonna dock here. We're gonna be really careful. Because we're gonna swap ships. Will leaving an area be prohibited sometimes? I don't think that it's ever prohibited except for story-centric challenges. But also note, I like this question a lot. Also note that for certain like jobs and for high-risk areas, if you leave them, you abandon the job or the high-risk area. So we don't really want to restrict player movement unless it's like, again, like a specific mission, like a campaign mission. But otherwise, like, you're free to do what you want. You just might sacrifice something in the process. Let's see if there's... Why not a one hit equals death Daredevil? Deshra, we are not done with challenges. Daredevil is kind of an introduction to doing a little bit more crazy things. Let's see. Is there any difference between all of the ship sellers? There actually are differences between the ship sellers, and we are going to put emphasis on making more distinctions between them, as well as adding more sellers of ships. So yeah, I think we even maybe talked about that last time, last stream or so. But regardless, yeah, we want to diversify that a bit further so that if you're looking for a specific ship or you find a ship but you can't purchase it yet, there may or may not be ways to retain or direct your preference to appear more frequently at certain ship dealers. It's definitely something we are looking into and would like to do. So I'd say there's a good chance of that happening. Gonna check out, make sure there's no more questions. I think we're covered. What about jump suppressors though? Well, okay, jump suppressors are like the one thing that prevents you from leaving an area. And the jammers on like the very first mission. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But obviously you can tell we're not using them very frequently, like at all. The big thing is that it's a ramification for attacking the OCAR, which we'll do here in just a moment. And then they're like, oh, nope, you can't leave because you were being bad. And then you have to like either evade or destroy the suppressor and leave. So it gives you a little bit more that you have to deal with because you were being bad, right? So, but yeah, otherwise, again, we really don't like restricting players in their movement so much. Specifically, leaving areas. Because Weber drones definitely exist. Okay, so, concept art first or buy a new ship first? What do you think? What do you guys want? Do you want the concept art or do you want me to buy a new ship? I'm leaning on concept art because then we can come back and then buy a new ship together. You and I as one. That sound good? I already see concept art coming out of Twitch just because they have less lag in the chat. Those cheaters, right? Oh my gosh, how dare they? Are Ancient Rifts as of now planned to be the most challenging content? Sniper NLN. Actually, yes. That is intended to be the most challenging content that's worth your while in an in-game state. Yes. We'll have more information on that in the fall. Concept art all around. Oh my gosh. All right, so yeah, we're gonna go to concept art. So I'm gonna try and be super cheeky here because I'm gonna kill the music on this front. So that way, when I jump over to the concept art, we can look at it without any like errors or anything with music in the background. So let's just do this. Let's do this. Okay, here we go. Concept art. So here we're gonna cover first territory we've been, and then we're gonna move into the new, okay? So territory we've been first, going into the new. So this was last week where we uncovered some of what the concept art was before the in-game models had been realized. This is Maddox Freighter. You guys are probably familiar with it. If you're not, he has Viridium mining gear, and he has drone hatches for his ramen drones, stuff like that. And it stands out a little bit further from a traditional freighter by the color scheme alone, but also the mining laser that's attached to it, of course. Next up, we've got this Zerilia destroyer that we highlighted and also pointed out some keen differences on the vessel. For example, instead of having any sort of ventilation on the inside, it's all blocked off. So in a traditional outlaw destroyer, when you aggress it, the insides then open up and it's a weak point that you can fire at. Not present here, but on the outside, we have these thermal shields. So that's something to note. We also have a hangar opening. Maybe it's gonna launch fighters, I don't know. What do I know? And we also have, of course, these defensive turrets and that very, very interesting front ram designed for great impacts, probably. Very distinct from a traditional outlaw destroyer by the Zerilia faction. We also showed these Gradient Brunt elite squad ships with a lot more doodads and angles, and also colors, of course, making it more vibrant. I'll try and get through this a little faster. Heavy fighter gunship. This is wing number 3 before its naming convention was applied. So you can see how that's coming along, what that's gonna look like. I like it's almost a more organic form because it's less blocky on this wing type. I really appreciate it, especially that back view, that player view. Next up, we have the Clerical Corvette. We've talked about that one enough. We got the Retaliator's drone carrier. Looking very cool and collected. Similar to a standard drone carrier, but pointy and silvery blue. We've got the Ochre Prime units. We've seen enough of those. We got, oh! Huh. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's a nice looking ship. Player view? I wonder why you need a player view on that. That's particular. I like that though. That's fun. That's unique. I like that. So we got variable wings apparently. We got secondary weapons out like this angle here. We got the primaries very close knit together. And then obviously those big old bad boys are engines. Almost kind of like reminds me of a combination of like a Vanguard and a Striker almost. I don't know, it's interesting. Just pointing out some details. Nice, excellent, all right. What else do we have? We've got, oh! All right, okay, we got a coalition carrier here. Okay. All right. We got a bridge. We got a defense turret. Obviously, these are cargo drones. Just kidding, those are combat drones. Combat drones. Oh my. Those are kind of big combat drones. Wonder what they're packing. Let's see what else we got. Oh! We got coalition fighters here. Okay, all right. All right, so this is a medium fighter the coalition has. Primary weapons, of course, at the front. On that combat drone, we get to see a little bit more. It's got a sensor array. Not sure what that's about. That seems interesting. All right. Okay. So we got some coalition goods to show you here. The carrier, fighters. And then this is so particular. What is this? I just can't tell what that is. It's cool though. All right, neat. And then we also had one other one that we've shown in quite a while, but Zerilia combat units. This kind of goes in combination with the Zerilia destroyer, but that's all of them. That's all of them. The big part's gonna be, you know, obviously, we've got these two coalition concept arts for these fighters that you see here, and now you're seeing the actual stylization that the Coalition has overall. So you've got these greens, these yellows, and kind of like the orange, the hot lights, I'm gonna call them. Their overarching theme. It's almost like all three of these different factions that we've been introduced to recently, like stylized intentionally three different colors so that they stand out a bit more. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? But yeah. Specifically, who is Ghost? I don't know. Ghost's fighter? I don't know. Ghost. Makes me think of a lot of different things. I'll let you guys wander. Let your imaginations churn. We'll have fun with that when we have more to talk about. Yeah! So yeah, but obviously we've been showing a lot of concept art recently, and really want to like paint this narrative of what to expect out of Drake and these gang wars, right? And based on what you see, I'm also kind of curious, like, what faction do you think is the most interesting? What one has like captured your attention the most? I mean, there's a lot of distinctions between these vessels. We don't talk about Ghost. So yeah. Here's your guys' thoughts. Like what concept art, like what faction in particular stands out to you the most and you're like, man, I love it. I dig it. Which one? Tell me in the comments, because I am curious. All right. Now we get to change our ship. Woo! Oh, I see lots of people asking questions and wondering. Oh, I like that. I like that. Ghost ship is the ship of the original Adam Rosslyn. That would be a pretty big stretch, considering the story arc for the original Adam Rosslyn. But I like your thinking. I like it. You guys are coming up with some interesting concepts. I dig it. You like the red and blue? Zerelia colors are nice. Freelancers. Oh, all right, all right. Heavy gunship fighter tier 3 wings is the best faction. I knew someone was gonna say it. Thank you for not disappointing, Medbed. I appreciate that. Going to cheat and say GMB because of the older carrier concept art. All right, Spood Knight, okay. Yeah, GMB's got some interesting new ships. I won't deny that. We want to know more about that ghost ship. Can't tell you more, sorry. You can ask the questions, but they will not get answered. Huge fan of the Coalition, nice. I love it. Man, I love it. I love how no one's like fully sold on just one faction. It's kind of funny because none of you, at least I haven't read anybody who said Retaliators yet. I really like the way the Retaliator faction looks. I think that they're pretty stinking slick. All right, so now we're going to the ship dealer, and I will give you guys a heads up. There is a strong chance I'm going to show you stuff that has actually already been revealed, but only in like either like promotional screenshots or trailers and stuff like that, okay? So you're not technically seeing anything new, Michael. I'm covered. I'm just making sure that you are aware of that. But all right, disclaimer out of the way. There might be one block out for wings, but we'll just ignore that and move on. So let's go to the ship dealer. Okay, so we got a Cyclops here. We want to fly a bomber again? We've been flying light fighters for a while. I'll let you guys choose, by the way. So we're gonna go through each one of these. We're not gonna choose one of them for a very specific reason. And we're also gonna try to restrict ourselves to a tier 2 ship and not go for a tier 3. All right. Next one, we've got a Liberator. Excellent. Excellent. Next up, we have a Predator. Tier 3. Ooh. Ooh. All right, okay. We have a Typhoon. All right. Typhoons are fun. We haven't flown a Vindicator in a long time, I feel like. Maybe we need to fly a Vindicator. That might be the direction we need to go. All right, Spirit. Oh. 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 All right. This one's just blockouts. I'm gonna fully admit that, guys. This is just blockouts. It's not done. It's not done. Unfortunately, I'd like to say spoilers, but because it's not done, you've actually already seen this as well. What? Mind blown? Yeah, if you go back to the vlogs where we were talking about like a ton of different ships, this is actually one of the blockouts you can see. It's the exact same one, just with a little color on it. So it's not done. Not done. We got another Typhoon. Ooh, I like this color more than the other one, I think. We also have a Spirit, just a tier 2. Okay. A Hornet tier 3. Now, unfortunately, you guys don't get to see the wings on this one because it hasn't been implemented. It's secret because it's actually being worked on. We'll go past this one. We have a Mercury. We got a, ooh. Oh. Oh. Okay. A Reaver tier 3. All right. I'm liking all those little additions. That looks like something fierce. And another Predator. Oh my gosh. 2 Predators. All right. So those are your options. I'm kind of leaning on a Vindicator myself. And let's see. We have drones regenerate 1 hull per second. That's nice. What's the other one? We've got drones are invulnerable during flanks and 50% reduced damage from enemy drones. Unfortunate. I was really hoping to get a 6th drone on either one of those. I think I would go with this one for the passives. Looks more like wings than spoilers. Yeah, of course. All right, so I'm sneaking back through the chat a little bit here. Retaliator drone carrier does look cool. All right, cool. Would be cool if it was the Hawk. Like both factions, but the colors kind of give away where it's going to be. Like Retaliators are going to be on icy planet and Zerlia are going to be on a hot one. I don't know how you came to that conclusion. That's silly. Does that mean T3 will come in the summer update? I thought at 1.0. So, Flory, we are beginning implementation of the ships on this development build because we need to make progress internally. I cannot guarantee that tier 3s will show up in the summer update. In fact, I'm rather certain that they won't. But the reason why you're seeing them show up here is because we are going to need to test how these ships look as we're moving through the storyline that you don't have access to. So it's internal testing only on this front so that we can iron out those kinks, and then probably around or before the 1.0 release, we'll send it out to have you guys like give that additional feedback and support to ensure that everything's lined up correctly. But based on your feedback through the current process of the ship tiers and all of that type of stuff, we've got a pretty good handle on what tier 3 and tier 4 needs to look like. But yeah, don't believe it's going to be with the summer update. Pretty confident that it won't be, actually. Tier 4 at 1.0 release. Yeah, a lot of people saying Vindicator. Okay. So yeah, we'll go with the Vindicator. I'm gonna choose this one and then we can change the colors, okay? That seem fair? So let's go ahead and buy this one, and we're just gonna sell our current one. I like navigating with just one ship because it's, it's a little easier. A little easier for streaming purposes, at least. If I was being like really stubborn and playing like a hoarder like I am. Oh, Do we generate new ships? Do I need to look through this again? I wasn't expecting that. We could also, no, that's just... Oh, we have several ships. I forgot. We had several ships in our docking bay, but oh well. I guess we're gonna cycle through these again. Let's see if we can show any more. We've got this Griffin, it's just a tier 2. Let's see what else we got. Okay, another Hornet. Liberator. Spirit. I feel like we're seeing the same things again. Oh. Typhoon. Mercury. Reaver. I'm trying so hard to like show you guys stuff. Cyclops. No, okay, none of these. Oh! Ooh! Oh, that's just tier 2. Dang it, I got so excited. I was hopeful. But nope, we've seen those wings before. All right. I tried, guys. I tried so hard. All right. So now we need to sell a bunch of our stuff, and we need to optimize this ship so that I can utilize our drones a bit more effectively. So in order to do that, we're going to get rid of some of this gear. If we get Umbra, I'm probably going to end up using it. So let's clear out some of this other stuff. And then we are going to sell all of these commodities because they still haven't been implemented in a grandiose way yet. Damage limiter? That seems familiar to EVERSPACE 1. And we'll, ooh, removes most debuffs and resets any debuff buildups. Wow, nice. Okay, we're gonna sell all of that. Get rid of these corrosion mines, because we like the powerful corrosion missiles on this one. Oh, we need to sell the Camden enzymes. And I think we're good to go. Oh my goodness. Of course, our 2 signal decoders are for the systems that we're not present in, but that's okay. Maybe we should go back to Kait. Evasive, explosive death, and strength and death. That could be fun to do. That might be something we go do. And then the Cedo signal decoders, enemy regen, double trouble, and heal on kill. We might go back to Kait Nebula. That could be fun. It also occurred to us that one of the new sounds was actually from the thermoguns. Uncommon's gonna have the traditional sound we're familiar with, so that's not gonna be anything new. I think we're good. I think we're gonna launch. We're gonna get back out there. One last quick thing. So we probably want a bit more expertise if we can. Yeah. I think I'd rather have a little bit more structure. Actually, we'll go with resistance. All right. And I'm just going to... Don't really want energized boost, I don't think. I'd rather have something that can support my drones on the fly, like EMP generator. I like that a lot more. Gives much more sustained fire from my drones while they can't get hit. So we're gonna do that. And maybe to be more defensible, we need to take shield surge. Yeah, let's be a little bit more defensible on this front. I think that's the way to go. Yeah. We're gonna change the nano transmitter to also repair nearby allies, which is our drones. And we'll keep Fusion Hook because it's fun. But this time we'll pull targets in so that our drones can just massacre them, yeah? Cool. All right. And final, we gotta make sure our perks are good. I'm gonna go with killing an enemy instantly triggers your shield recharge because we are actually using... Oh, it's not gonna do that because it only recharges while boosting. So we need to use close call. I'm gonna do this one. So targets are gonna be firing at our drones anyway, so I don't really need to use exit strategy. Close call is gonna give us that emergency fund if we end up getting pummeled to death. Let's see, we also have... Weapons require 25% less energy for each device that is on cooldown. That could help us out a lot since our drones are going to be doing a lot of work and we're going to be using devices a bit more. So we'll use that one. Only using one warfare device, right? Yeah. So probably remain at crit happens. Of course, if we're not getting shot at, I'm gonna try this. We'll try this. We'll see if our drones can take the bulk of the fire and use excessive force. So while our shields are fully charged, we do a lot of increased energy damage. Last but not least, I really like Unyielding Assault. It's like a perfect case scenario to where it's like, you just have this added additional buff that helps you out when you trigger the ult. Just getting that extra armor bonus is nice. Challenge me to use the thermogun for fights. Actually, the thermogun's a really nice weapon for the Vindicator, I feel like. Because you can just kind of like run and gun while your drones are like focused out there taking things out. So I think for now, we're gonna keep the same setup we've been using, but we will very likely change soon. All right. This is the obligatory setup for us using the Vindicator. Oh yeah, that damage increase already? I love it. Also, I think I saw another blueprint. I did. Energy shield? What? That seems interesting. All right, so we got our drones. Feeling pretty good. Oh, we didn't change our color, guys. Do we need to change? I feel like we were in the menus for a while. We're gonna fly around. We'll change our colors later, okay? I really want to do one of these high-risk areas. So let's see. Which one's gonna be less trouble for our drones? Goodness. Explosive death is gonna be big trouble for our drones. That'll just pop them all. Oof. So we'll probably go to the Cedo one. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the Cedo high-risk area. So we'll head on back to our home base like so. When is the summer update coming? I've seen this question a lot. Obviously, in the summer is the obligatory response. In regards to like the specific time frame, the specific window, we have not revealed that.
To the life fantastic thanks to spatial bypass technology.
Very overeager there, Adam. Thank you for that. But yeah, like we haven't said any specific dates yet, and that's intentional. It's because, in to some degree, while we do have a perceived date that we would like to launch this at, there's always a chance that things might move around very slightly. And also, on top of that, we don't really want to be one of those companies that has an announcement for an announcement. It feels weird, like you already know that it's coming for the summer. So, yeah, the short of it is that we haven't said and we don't plan on saying. You will probably get like maybe a 1 week window out whenever we say, oh, hey, the experimental's live, something like that. Well, ain't that convenient? We'll go ahead and swap. We're gonna use these. Maybe make Penumbra just a little bit better. Let's see. Man, I don't have all the ingredients. I need an echo canceller and a resistor array. Signal circulator and quantum conductor. I think we need to look for these. Quantum conductor and signal circulator. Oh, so this was added. Tease, you didn't tell me about this. Okay, guys, now this is neat. This is something I didn't realize was actually added. Let's talk about this. This is actually, we need to change the stream name. Holy crap, this is important detail. I didn't think this was ready. So, if you're missing ingredients to something you're trying to craft. Like we dove into the crafting of this weapon, right? We don't have any of this catalyst, and we also are missing the quantum conductor and the signal circulator. Man, I want this. You can craft the missing components using what you have. These are all resources that I've already collected, and I can spend them immediately. I now have enough quantum conductors, signal circulators, and proton capacitors to craft and install the powerful catalyst. I didn't have to go anywhere else or do anything else. Just boom, boom, done. I probably could have looked at the rest of them too, just to see if there's anything else I wanted, but nay, I'm actually pretty happy with that selection. I do like the powerful. Otherwise, we can also increase the level by 1, which we are going to do, of course. We want it to be max level. And can't increase anything else, so we're gonna call that good. Upgrade a weapon's level, nice. So that's a much better weapon than when we picked it up. And shoot, we're here, we might as well, right? Let's go ahead and increase this bad boy to superior. Excellent, level's already topped off. See, this one would have some nice energy damage bonus, I feel like. Let's take our time with this. You know, I know this is a basic catalyst, but I feel like adding calibrated to this blaster. Because reducing the spread by 50% could make this so much more valuable, since the spread of these weapons is kind of garbage. Like, I recognize the range is 800, but even close up, it's kind of hard to hit. So maybe it's not the best. Maybe it's not the best decision, but for my play style and how I want to operate, this is what I'm going to do. We're going to bring that in just like that. That feels a lot better. That feels a lot better. All right. Look at us now. Oh, we should probably activate the signal decoder so we can go do it. Oh my gosh. Critical faculty is so OP. Yeah, I agree that it's incredibly powerful. Yes. Where's critical faculty? Right here. Yeah. To restore alt energy. Honestly, I feel like ulterior motive is like a hidden gem, because if you've got this going on while your shield is depleted, if you remove your shield, this doesn't work. Your shield has to be at 0 out of a number. So if you remove your shield and you try to use ulterior motive, it will not work. So you guys are aware. But ulterior motive can be incredibly powerful for a more aggressive build. But yeah. Here we go. High risk area. Vindicator with a somewhat healing your own drones build. Let's see what happens. Oh, and I see a question that was maybe asked last stream, so let's answer a couple more. I don't know if I got an answer last stream, but when you use the Vindicator in a high-risk area with only one enemy that takes damage, will the drones know which one it is? That's actually a good question. I don't know. We'll have to test that out, and if it doesn't work, we'll fix it. See what else we miss. Maybe a cosmetic parts seller next to the ship's dealer to spend credits at. Yeah, in regards to the ship parts, that's something that we're not really worried too much about at this time, but we do want to make sure that if you're looking for a particular style of ship, like a specific wing type or engine type, for example, we want to have ways for you to get them without hoping on RNG. So that will definitely come in the future. I think we're good to start going in here, blazing guns. Oh, I got one more question. After release of 1.0, everyone will soon be flying tier 3s and be able to kill planets with a beam laser. What are the thoughts on keeping the upgrade horizon elusive? Well, in actuality, that's not going to be the case, because when 1.0 releases, there's going to be a hard reset of save files. So if you do save a prior save file and you sneak it into the 1.0, it's not gonna work. It's gonna break, everything's gonna be busted, we're sad, because you're gonna have too much data from that save file that then screws with what's authentic to the game space and what's intended. So upon that save wipe, everyone's gonna be starting at tier 1, very beginning of the game. And the natural progression moving forward, you're gonna be buying a tier 2 ship, then a tier 3 ship, then a tier 4 ship, naturally as part of the progression through the story arc, as well as through your general exploration. So we're pretty satisfied with how that's gonna come together once we get there for the upgrade horizon factor. Because otherwise, yeah, if like we were to drop tier 3 and tier 4 in, naturally people are gonna gravitate to that, which has been a good form of testing, like when we dropped the tier 2s, for example. But at a certain point, we have to decide what's valuable for you guys to test and what's valuable to retain until it's actually ready for the general population to dissect. All right, here we go. Oh, wow, that's really accurate. I'm actually impressed. That's just a... Oh no, my drones are dying. Give me my health back. Oh man, this combination feels really good in the Vindicator. Now should be getting hit less. That's an error on my part. Ah! Ouch! Ah, we lost another drone. Are good. Give my health back, drones. There you go. Here we go. Oh man, all our drones died! Oh, that's not good. I wasn't watching their health. All right, hang on. Quick activation. What's my activation range? I should have checked that. What is my activation range? 800. Oh boy. Oh goodness. Heal up, quick! Heal up! Yeah! Get your health, yes! That's what I like to see! Ah, nice healthy boys. Oh, don't shoot. Don't shoot him. Heal. Really use that ult anytime now.
Just give up.
All right. Oh my goodness, all the damage! All that damage! The pain! Come back, drones! distance, get our drones back. Oh, we just lost one again. No! And I feel like I'm the target of these enemies more than my drones are. All right, here, let's get some focused fire on this front. Oh no, there's a... Ouch!
Got this.
Woo, that was painful. Okay, let's get some distance here. We gotta come at this at a different angle. 2 armor drones. All right, those gotta be priority even though we don't have any drones. Alright. Okay, drones should stay healthy. If I can just get a couple more to pop, that would be great. Come on. Drone debris, please? Please? No? All right, fully healthy drones. That's what I like to see. Yes, much better. And our ship's doing pretty well too. Oh, no, our drones are going down again. Ah, the management. Woo! It's invigorating, though. I feel like we got a nice little combination of sorts here. We just gotta keep our drones somewhat healthy. All right, here we go. This is what we're gonna grab this one, and we're gonna heal up. Look at my drone! Alright, we're gonna try and focus over here again. Alright, health is coming back. Seems my 5th drone slot doesn't want to cooperate suddenly. It's a bit chaotic, but it's sustainable. I think a big issue that the Vindicator is running into at this place is that the enemies, like my drones, might not be attacking all the same enemies. So if one dies somewhere else, it's healing all the other ones, including the ones that I'm fighting. So the high-risk mutators for this particular area might not be the most ideal for the Vindicator here. Help, help, help. Yes! That's what we like to see. guy barely got armor again. Drop the drone and kill him. There we go. Woo! A bit frantic, isn't it? Gotta be on top of the game in one of these vessels. Ah, there we go. We're gonna grab this shipwreck, which normally don't spawn in high-risk areas. That's a bit new. We'll take it. What do we got? Ah, yes. Double trouble. Here we go. Woo! All right. Ah, no, another armor drone! All right, let's focus on the boss. Let's focus on the boss. Yes! One down, one to go. Whoa, that flak cannon did some damage to me. Whoop.
Here's something supportive from you, I for a change.
Eric's Vindicator doesn't look green to me yet. Oh my gosh, you guys. All this frantic chaos, and you're concerned about ship colors. Come on. Man, I need some more expertise, I think. That would help us build out quite a lot. And probably a couple different weapons, too. Like, Umbra Penumbra, I think is really good for a Vindicator, actually. But I can't help but wonder if maybe there's something that could help this out just a little bit further. Yeah, it's good focus. Ooh, that was close. Oh, he's stuck in the asteroid. Ha! Ha ha! Yes! I'll take it. Oh my goodness. Man, I know that took a little bit longer than normal, but that was satisfying. Man, when you bring all the components together for a Vindicator, it feels like you earned it. You know what I mean? Like, I put in the work to keep those drones alive, to get all of my bonuses going. Oh my gosh. That felt really good. That felt really stinking good. All right, so let's go ahead and collect what, actually, ooh, I see some Desbres over there and maybe some resources. We'll see if there's anything else that populated in the area. Generally speaking, high-risk areas are not so much meant to be explored. but every now and then you might be able to find like a resource node or two, maybe a little bit of wreckage that could have something in it. But obviously that's not the point of the high-risk area. The focal point is of course battling all the enemies. But yeah, cool. Good job, little drones. Look at these cute little guys. Where are you? Look at these cute little guys. Aren't they just adorbs? Yeah. Oh, they're so great. I love them so much. Here, let's put them in the light. Where are you going? Okay, there you go. Now just look at these cute little guys. They're adorable. Adorableness. So I know we talked about colors there earlier. Someone complained about not being green yet. So I have some news to share for what it's worth. Internally, we were talking about like these drones having, you know, this particular color scheme, which is very colonial, right? The GMB colors, if you will. But then of course, you know, you have your ship color. And sometimes it kind of, you know, it doesn't go together. And we talked about it internally. And we would really like to fix this. I don't know when. I don't know to what degree. But there is a very good chance, not just a slight, not a strong maybe, but like a, yeah, like that we will make this to where your drones actually do match the color of your ship and how you customize it. The possibility is there. It wasn't as challenging as we initially thought it would be to do so. So, be hopeful on that front. That could be really nice for Vindicator players, just as that added level of customization, if you will, to show off not only your ship, but then also have your drones in that matching style. But if anybody out there like, oh, well, I want to customize the wings of my drones and their engines. Okay, slow down there, champ. Look, we're already stretching it out to get colors. But we're looking to see what we can do with that, because it does seem like it's viable. Dronita, Droney, Dronella, Dronelita. Oh my gosh, you guys. You guys are crazy. You know what's great is that we have this close call, which I thought I was absolutely gonna have to use. This basically, it generates an emergency shield when you completely die. We didn't even use it. I'm proud of the fact that we didn't have to use it, but there it is. All right, quick look through our equipment. Let's see, we got ooh. Oh, we had that. Cannon enzyme, solar panels, boring plating, boring beam laser, peacemaker, interesting, nanofibers, a sticky turret, calibrated scatter gun. Do we want to do something with that? Do we want to do something with that? I mean, we could raise the level to 22. We can maximize it out to superior. Let's see, we got a prototype flak, a booster, thermogun, efficient beam laser. You know, I think you guys asked for a thermogun, so maybe we'll use this thermogun. Yeah, we need more Bloodstar stuff. Oh, you know what? We're in Cedo. We could go get some more. So yeah, we'll do that. I think we're gonna use this thermogun. I like the prototype we collected, but unfortunately, nope. It's just not, it's not what I'm looking for. Maybe we could, you know what? Let's cycle. Let's cycle out. We're not even gonna look back at these. Yes, we spent catalysts on them. Yes, we upgraded them. We're just gonna get rid of them. That's how the stream is gonna go today. Also, everything is damaged. Oh my gosh, we need to go back to base. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize how much stuff was just bonked away. No wonder things were a little tricky there. Me flying a Vindicator and creating 5 drones. Arise, my children! Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If you can get more than just autocannon drones with a model based on the type, that would be cool enough. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. We'll see what the future has in store for the Vindicator and its flying little buddies, flying little lovelies. All right. Wow, look at all those things damaged. It's been at the top of my screen this whole time. Yikes. I'm sure we can cycle through more ships too, just in case we're not fully sold on flying this one.
Make yourself at home.
All right, let's, yeah, we got everything repaired up. I did the quick repair option. We're also gonna sell our solar panels, Camden enzyme, nanofibers. Oh, we have room for a sticky turret? I didn't even realize. Oh, yes! Yeah! That's straight better. Oh my goodness, those Starforged powerful Scorpion missiles? Wow! Those are awesome. Look at the stats on that. Ooh. That feels good. Yeah, this is basically the best Scorpion missile I think you can acquire. And then on top of that, we got some really nice mods. So we can auto fire based on a critical hit chance. The lock duration's decreased by 80%, so it's basically I lock and fire and we're good. And then a 20% chance to refund the ammo. It's like we never have to buy any more of it. Holy crap, that's wonderful. I mean, I suppose you could have like the benefit of getting more damage per the length of time it's out. That could have been maybe better. But regardless, I'm really satisfied with that. That's nice. That's really nice. So is that Peacemaker. All right. Anything else stuck in here? We already have this. That should actually not be present there. That's interesting. But yeah, everything else seems pretty standard. Also, why haven't we upgraded our overcharged speed word? That seems kind of strange. Let's just do that. We've got the resources for it. We might as well. All right. Level 22, 22, 22, 22. All right, now we need to get our thermogun and scatter guns upgraded before we move on to the next phase. So for anybody who missed out on this, whenever you modify, you can actually modify multiple times now. We're already at level cap, so we are going to increase the rarity to max. The cost of this may change. That hasn't been fully balanced yet, so you're all aware. But regardless, it is what it is. Let's see, energy damage? I feel like energy damage is probably the way to go here. Marksman could be nice though. Marksman could be really nice. Man, we've had so many good options between our equipment as of late. This is nice. I've actually had to think about what I want to use instead of it just being incredibly obvious. Would be cool to have passives that define Vindicator drone's weapon. Yeah, that's actually been a point of discussion as well, since, you know, we do have passives that determine the turret's weapon on the gunship, but maybe there's a specific reason why we don't have that passive on the Vindicator. All right, let's see. We are going to, I think we're gonna go with the range, actually. I think I want to do the range. I mean, the damage is nice, but if I can keep on hitting them, even if I get a little bit further away, I feel like I feel a little bit better about that. All right, so now we're going to address, modify, hold down R. We are going to increase the level by 1. Okay. Then we are going to increase the rarity all the way to max. Look at us spending all our resources. And then we are going to install a catalyst. The scatter gun, let's see. I feel like kinetic's probably just gonna be the straight up option here. I think it's just gonna be, yeah, we're just gonna use kinetic. We've already got one, so we don't even have to craft anything. That feels good. So we got energy damage at longer range, and then the scatter gun close up. That should be nice. Let's see if there are any new sounds associated with these weapons. I don't believe there are. Oh, also, our ship's not green yet. Sorry, but let's just listen. Okay, we heard that last time. I think the scattergun's the same too. That's actually different. That's a different one. Here, let's make it to where you can actually hear it. This is in fact a different sound. So I also want to point out that while we have been introducing new sounds, we've been talking about them on the front of like, here, let me start over. With sounds, the sound effects for weapons, we've been addressing them as like, this sound is for a lower tier weapon, and this sound is for a higher tier weapon. That's for testing purposes. So that we can hear the sounds, make sure that they're all good and everything. But also keep in mind that just like modifiers on a weapon, or the color of a weapon, a sound could also technically just be randomized. Straight up. It's possible. It's possible, you know what I mean? All right, let's go get this ancient warden. I don't like him being here. Man, he is zippy. The scattergun's not going to do much, but it feels good to use. I couldn't even hit him with it. All right, thermogun's back. Excuse me. Oh, the auto-firing missiles are causing him to jump around. Or you know what? We're gonna pull those off for the duration of this combat, because I want these shots to hit. Ouch. Ouch. You tell these ancient wardens are more accurate? I feel like you guys complained about how easy they were, so we made some tweaks. Come on, where are my drones at? Where are my drones at? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drones! Oh my gosh, we did technically die. We did technically die. Oh, we're leaving. Get out of town. All right, we're gonna reconvene. We almost had him. Wait, where did he go? The drones killed him after I left. Drones, come on! I'm all chasing them down, and my drones are like, oh, Dad, you can take the bulk of it. It's totally fine. And then I leave, and they're like, okay, we can take care of it now. Thanks. You did the dirty work. We got this. Awesome. Wow. Thanks, drones. You're the best. Oh, goodness. What help they were, am I right? Goodness. All right, we're gonna repair ourselves up a little bit, and then of course we'll change the color right before transitioning to the community segment of the stream, which is highlighting screenshots and answering more questions, of course. And you know, if we really want to, we can also look at that concept art one more time because it's nice. But yeah, we can also, let's see. We have different color options. Oh man, I like that. I do like that. Different color options we could do if we wanted to. I mean, the world is our oyster on this front. We go lots of different directions, you know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, I'm already distracted with the colors. Oh, I love messing around with these things so much. I'm sure you guys do too. Oh, I like that. I like that. I'm liking this. Let's see, where are our emissives at? Actually, it might be better to have our emissives as the yellow. Just, yeah, we're gonna keep the emissives as the yellow. Where's this other emissive? I can't even tell. You know, we actually do have plans to make it to where you can see the emissives that you're changing. There's the emissives right there. Look at that, it's tiny. And then we got some on the rear. But we do want to make that a little bit more transparent to the player. But we're gonna go with that. I like that. That's hot. Literally. So, yeah. I think that's a good spot to stop. Pretty satisfied with those results. So, yeah. Done and done. Purple? People saying, oh yeah, I completely ignored you guys. You're all listening like, green, frog green, pink, purple, iodine. Nah, completely ignoring you guys. Not today. I want to do this because I like it. This is what I want. I haven't flown something that's kind of like Iron Man-esque or just like fire-based themed. Yeah, so that's what we want to do. That's where we're at, and I'm sticking to it. All right, so guys, now it's time to go over to the portion of the stream where we're gonna start with the concept art again, because you know there's a lot there. There's a lot there. So we're gonna take a real super quick break. All right, real super quick break. So go ahead and just like quick stretch break. You know, relax. Oh, get some water. Crack your neck. I don't know if you heard that, but it felt amazing. Goodness gravy. As I just pull up some of these little details just to ensure we've got some fun things to look at. All right, good, good. It looks like we are almost ready to go. Here we are. Much, much better. All right. So, if you guys missed it, we covered some new concept art earlier in the stream. And we, yeah, so some of this is what we showed last week. Like this was last week, this was last week, etc., etc. Just want to highlight it again so you kind of have like a painted picture of what the canvas will look like when Drake Gang Wars comes out this summer. These are actually implemented into, is it into your version? Shoot, now I'm not sure. This might be in your version, I can't remember. But then, obviously, this hasn't been implemented yet, but you've got something to look forward to. Chlorocal Corvette, you do have access to. Retaliator Drone Carrier, I still really like the way these look. I think it's awesome. Comes together nicely. Then we have combat units, Okar, of course. We have Ghosts Fighter, whatever that means. What in the world? That looks nice, though. It looks pleasant. Wonder what that could mean. We've got a coalition carrier, which launches combat drones. These are not carriers. They are combat drones. Then we have the coalition fighters. This is also something new that we shared today. Just giving you a sense of what they look like. If you guys are familiar with the retaliators, you kind of also can get a sense of this medium fighter, because the retaliators generally use freelance style ships. So does the coalition. So that's why you see something similar here. If we want to be like using the proper terminology here, the coalition uses the freelancer sub-faction, whereas like Zerillia and Retaliators, they use the outlaws. So they are a sub-faction of outlaws, whereas the coalition, of course, is a sub-faction of freelancers. Just like the retaliators are a sub-faction of freelancers. So there you go. Awesome. So that's all that fun stuff. Now we have the screenshots that you guys have been capturing. Oh, why is this one low res? No, that makes me sad. Well, we'll zoom in and it'll look kind of weird. Ironically, this was posted by Retro Nutcase, who said, man, EVERSPACE 1 still looks great. And here I downloaded a low res version of the image somehow. That's lame. But still, you can tell the light source, the ice. Oh man, that ice is nice. This little baby scout, not very upgraded at all. So it's either the beginning of a hardcore run or the beginning of having just purchased the scout, not sure which. Very nice, very nice. Looks good. We also have Dark Chaos coming in hot with a lot of shots today. These were captured over the course of the last 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So if you guys have been taking shots and adding them to the Discord, that's where these stem from over the course of the last 2 weeks. Yeah. So Dark Chaos always provides these very, man, how do you even describe them? I don't know. Just look at it. It's nice. I'm just sharing with you all. I don't have to describe anything to you. You have eyes, you have brains, you can see it. It's cool, or it's not. You determine that. It's great. That's how it works. I just want to highlight the stuff that you shared. Lone Wolf has this sort of wide-angled shot, making this bomber? Is that a bomber? I think that's a bomber. Made this bomber look like a very long boy. Let's see, what else we got? Any questions? Will we get any premium Michael selects today? No, not today, unfortunately. Michael is actually, you may have noticed that Michael hasn't been like as present in the stream. Like he's watching it, but he's not responding as much because he's actually doing some work right now, some very important work. He has been ensuring that all details and dates are aligned for the summer. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And so he has not been doing Michael Selects just because there's important priorities there. But rest assured, we will get some more Michael Selects in the future. We got Dark Chaos again. You know, it's interesting because you don't see this shot very frequently, but every time you see it, it's like, oh, that's nice. I really like these tunneling shots where you have these interior spaces. It's, you know, you spend so much time out in space at EverSpace 2, you almost forget that there's these rich details inside of stations and debris and planets and stuff like that. So a nice clever shot from Dark Chaos exploring the darkness. We got Rattler, who was, I think this is like a first time shot from him, looking into some resources. Michael is a very busy guy, you know, sincerely, he is. He's very busy. EverSpace 1 Scott is super fast and quick. It also is in EverSpace 2. It absolutely is in EverSpace 2. Scout is super fast. Scout in EverSpace 1 was so much better. Oh, what? Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm a Scout main in EverSpace 1, let's be real. I still like the Scout in EverSpace 2, but you know, it has its place, right? We had to make some things a little bit more distinct between the classes. All right. Next one we've got is Gerard, who's on escort duty, is how he describes it. I like how his color palette also matches GMB, so it's like he's authentically part of this squad. Clever photo. I think this was also one of their first that they were taking and adding into the Discord. So welcome, Gerard. And thank you for the screenshot. Oh, Geekbot, I don't know how I missed your comment where you said Kansas City Chiefs colors. I wasn't even thinking about that, honestly. Like, I mean, I know that the Chiefs exist and I'm actually a local in the Kansas City area. But, you know, sports, it's just, Esports, however, I think esports are way cool. Football exists, and I acknowledge that. If somebody wants me to come to a football party, I'm happy to come eat your food. And I'll root for the team that's doing a thing. That's about as far as I go on that front. Oh my gosh. Medbed, we got some photos from Medbed this time around too. They're actually really nice. They're really pleasant. So this one I think is incredibly clever. I love the way you make it look almost like it's an eclipse, utilizing that beautiful ancient as well as the placement of the star. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love the way you brought that together. Makes me happy. Makes me very, very happy. We got this one from Medbed as well, who's trying to capture more like these scenic sort of overlooks of the station, providing that detail. That's nice. This is going on my wall, just to print it out, slapping it on a wall somewhere. I love it. Very, very cool. Oh, you're Jared in Discord. Nice, E2 Moto. Nice. Very good. Well, welcome to the stream. We've also got this one from Hybarf. Is Hybarf in the chat? I feel like I saw him earlier. Maybe not. But I like the way that he captured this photo. It's just like stretching it out. Man, those colors though. I mean, I know that maybe I'm not the best color analyzer here, since, you know, sometimes my color palettes can look really strange on my ships, just because I kind of like strange every once in a while. This is strange. This is a strange that, like, it pleases me greatly, but also kind of grinds my gears, because like even the freaking look at me sharing Hybar's photo and then me like crashing it. Oh my gosh. But no, like using red for this immersive this the lights, using the red for the lights while you have like a gold and a teal. I'm so lost. I don't know what theme this is supposed to be circulating around, or if you like just randomize the color palette. But either way, it somehow works, and I kind of hate that. So thank you for sharing this photo. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. This one comes from Sirloin. And they shared like a bunch of these like super high res images in the Discord, and you have to like download them to see them because they were too large. So like I can zoom in on this and there's still like incredible detail. Like it's pretty stinking neat. Now, of course, you get to the edges and there's like this anti-aliasing thing. That's because of the depth of field going on here, because it's trying to do a thing in the background versus to the ship. So you're gonna get this strange distortion effect. But other than that, like the detail on the ship as its shield's breaking, I think that looks so cool. So nice capture on that front Sirloin. We got another one. We got a couple more from Sirloin. This one was zooming way, way back in the Kite Nebula. And again, this is one of those very high-res shots though, so we can keep zooming in to get all the details of these asteroids. Very expansive shot, but I like the way it comes together. Our third one, we've got another one for Sirloin, using that depth of field once more. I like how we got this like rotation, you know, we got this turn into the middle, the explosion of a Redeemer. The depth of field also isn't doing wonky things around the edges of the ship too, so that's nice, that's a bonus. And I love how like even this part of the ship that you can make out, it's just completely enveloped in flame. Oh my gosh, this is a nice shot. That's a really nice shot. Love the way that it comes together. I think we need a random button in the color picker. Oh gosh. I think that if we added a random button in the color picker, Uva or Michael, I'm not sure which, maybe both, would have a minor heart attack. I don't think they can deal with that. Michael's actually expressed to me, he was like, hey, don't choose random weird colors for the stream. We want to make sure the ship looks good. So, all right, like he really, sincerely, like probably not something that we want to do. If you want to make your ship look weird, you of course have the ability to, but we want you to choose to do that instead of it be randomly weird, I guess. Anyway, next up, we got another one from Hyvarf. Oh my gosh. We got this one from the prototype, and a lot of people actually ended up loving this sort of engine wing build for the Striker. This was before it was called the Striker. It was called the, what was it called? The weapon, what was it? I can't remember what it's freaking called before. I can't remember. But ultimately, this the wing style was canned from the Striker. We felt like it wasn't standing out enough from another wing type that was in the Striker set, aside from its large engines. But that's not the right design theme we had in mind for the Striker. The large engines on the side is actually supposed to be for the gunship, as you all know. So even though this ship does look really cool, a lot of people love it. Assault fighter, thank you, Spoot Knight. Even though the wings of this assault fighter do look really cool, no doubts about that, it did not fit the theme that we were aiming for with the vessel. It also doesn't have the right silhouette in its presentation for the other ones. Namely, Strikers are meant to have two wings on both sides, and the wings at the bottom feel more like fins. So yeah, ultimately, we just canned this wing type and replaced it with those engines, the big frontal engines that then have the two wings. So like the engines are almost like weaponized engines, if you kind of can explain it like that. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, a lot has changed since the prototype. I just want to throw this on the screen again. Thanks for sharing this again. Hi Barf, really do appreciate it. Wow, just look at that and just be so thankful we listened to you guys and have updated how things kind of come together on all fronts. You can't tell what any of those items are whatsoever. You can't tell at what range they're at. You can't even tell like how many. What are these things? What's the like energy? And oh my gosh, look, even the devices in the bottom left. Everything is so different from where it was at in the prototypes. It's a wild ride we have been on. I mean, shoot, even the leveling up, it's changed. All that stuff, it's so different. So crazy different. Nuts. That is nuts. All right, next one up we've got is Flory, who took a number of them. I felt like this one was a more standout one. But there's these like, I describe them as like ice cream cones in space, because they're very like vertical, what's it called when it's a cylinder but it goes to a point? It's not a pyramid, but I'm gonna say pyramid-like. So, and then you've got, you know, all of this dotted goodness at the top, like sprinkles on ice cream. That's why I call it ice cream. And there were multiple cones in this place, and you took a screenshot of this one, and I love how there's like added resources on top of it too. Added flavors. So the flavor of the day, of course, then, you know, you mix in like your peanut butter or whatever. I dig it, and it's making me real hungry. So excellent work, keep it up. Very nice. We have another one from Dark Chaos. I think this one just, you can't go wrong when you're taking shots out of Union in this space and you're lining up these huge station shots in the midst of all of the nebula that's present. Gosh, I love that. The motion of the ship as well with the trails. It feels good. It feels good bringing it all together. A cone. It's a cone. Oh my gosh, it's a cone. Guys, thank you. Thank you for educating me with geometry. Learning my shapes again. Oh, wow. That's a throwback to what, middle school? Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. So yeah, love the way that this one comes together and just really highlights Union. We got Baker, who was highlighting his ship style. I think that he had a couple of shots to share. He's kind of a newcomer as well to sharing screenshots, so really do appreciate it when you guys do that. I wanted to highlight you for it. We got some damage. We're gonna need to buff out some of those scratches, you know? But I do think that the rich blue and then just like that subtle highlight orange, it's a nice counterpoint with the grays as well to kind of help neutralize those contrasting colors. And then flying over this area, what is this? Right in the middle of Union, that destroyed asteroid thing. That place. Is that Yawan orbit? I think it is. Maybe it is. And lots of firefighting going on in the background. We might have to do something about that, but still. Nice shot. I like your I like your ship. We've got another one from Dark Chaos. This is This is a ship that is currently in the game. I don't think a lot of you have actually found it yet, though. Now, there are plans for this vessel. For one, it's not supposed to be colored like that. But it is supposed to be rather elusive. It might give you some hints as to what it might be in the future. But regardless, it was found. A couple of people have found it now, taking screenshots of it. I dig it. Now, that's a triggering color scheme. So this is the, it's the RGB base for determining the primary, secondary, and tertiary colors that are added to the final product. So the colors aren't applied here. This is effectively its blueprint. This is a, you know, think of it as like it's almost like a wireframe for colors. How to better describe that? My brain is fried apparently. Can't describe things, but regardless, placeholder. That is placeholder. All right. Next one, we got another one again from Medbed with his creative shots. This one I think is your best one. I think this one is the most alluring out of all of them. You're getting this slice, this taste of what could be out there. You know, you have this massive star. It's next to the station. You're looking out from a cave. Why are you in the cave? Are you hiding? Were you exploring something dangerous from afar? But regardless, you are in this position, you're looking onward, and there's opportunities or dangers around every corner. And I just want to know what they are. I want to get there. I want to see what's beyond. And it's a very alluring photo to me. It excites me, builds me up. I want more. I dig it. We got one from the Chemical Bro, who normally like throws tons of photos at us. But man, when he does bring them, they're absolute quality, so I can't even knock him for that. Still, love the way that the colors are utilized here. It's very orange. You got like this incredibly subtle blue, like right here. And that's it. Like, that's the only blue. It really stands out. But I love the debris field in the background, the light shining through it. I think it does come together incredibly well. Clever shot. Very nice. And then the last one, this one actually wasn't posted in the screenshots. This was posted on the, was it the general chat? It was somewhere else from MFI, who doesn't really post on the screenshots channel. But I loved the shot. I really enjoyed it. Giving the Vindicator some love. It deserves more after all. That's why I flew it today, because I recognize that. It can be a harder ship to use unless you're managing things properly. It's a bit to manage on it. As you saw, like you actively saw me in that high risk area. But man, it feels so good when you're hanging out with your little drone buddies and they're doing work. Especially when you almost die from an ancient and then they go finish it off without you. Those little punks. Oh my goodness. But sincerely, no, it's great. I love the way that they line up with you. I love the way they sync up on this front. And I know some of you have also pointed out, it's like, they can line up on the left and right as well. It's almost like there's 8 slots for drones. Do keep in mind that there are other drones that you can activate in the game that would also follow you in certain orders and stuff like that. So the drones don't go to this formation, like 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom intentionally. They just fill a slot that can be surrounding you, since it is possible to have more than 6 drones. Cool. And that's the last of those shots. We also do have some fan art. This fan art is a little bit dated, but we're gonna bounce into it anyway. Oh, actually, no, we covered the fan art. Shoot, we already covered this fan art last time. Oh my gosh. We covered this already. I didn't even add, we didn't get new fan art. Guys, we need more fan art. Get on it. We need more fan art. Stuff like this. This is silly and I love it. Get on it. Oh my gosh. So guys, yeah, that's the stream. We actually have 2 minutes left. I can answer a question. So anybody have a question that you'd like me to answer? Oh my gosh. Can we get some crumping this week? What is crumping? Should I know what crumping is? It would be better ship if the drones had cute little names. Goodness gravy. You guys never stop. So, I will mention, and maybe you could tell, I'm not sure, my throat is still on the recovery process through all things allergy related. And I don't want to hurt my voice any more than I do just by sheer talking. So we are going to go ahead and just transition to the end of the stream. I don't want you to have any significant expectations for what may or may not occur afterwards. But yeah, we also want to raid somebody, like we always do, somebody that is in the sci-fi community that we respect, somebody that is doing some things, because we are big fans of sci-fi games overall, and you probably are too if you're interested in EVERSPACE too. Is Corbin streaming, Shuzin, do you know? Is he on the docket? We got him going on. Here, let me go back to the new concept art stuff. Yep. Whoop. So anybody who's missed it, they can see right here at the end one more time. Where's the center of the universe? It's in the very middle of all creation. I'm very wise. Oh my gosh. Your questions. You guys are so silly. Corbin is yes? Okay, so yeah, we'll bounce over to Corbin. And he's always awesome. He's always fun. Definitely give him the love and attention he deserves. He's doing things. And yeah, otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the new concept art. You guys should probably be looking forward to the Coalition, Zerilia, and Retaliator factions in the upcoming Summer Gang Wars update, which will be dropping in the summer. Gosh. Man, I just pissed off somebody who was expecting a date. Oh my gosh, what a tease. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Don't stop being awesome. Sincerely, I won't stop being Eric Schrader, your community ambassador, all things EVERSPACE 2 related. Yeah, we'll catch you in the next stream. So yeah, we're just gonna cut to the chase. We are no end segment. We're gonna go raid Corbin, okay? That's what we're gonna do. So, excellent. Toodles! Go say hi to Corbin! Okay, there's an in-game segment. In-game segment, in-stream segment. You know the drill. I just really like talking to you all, and I can't get enough of it. And I just want to make sure that everybody out there is super aware that EVERSPACE 2, in its early access state, still has a lot more content coming, yes, but also note that the 1.0 release scheduled for the first quarter of 2023 will go up in price. So if you are interested in purchasing the game, my recommendation to you to save the most money, if you are incredibly frugal like I am as a gamer, you need to wish list us, put us on the wish list, because anytime there's a sale that pops up, maybe one that might be happening soon, I don't know. I don't have any information on the inside. You can absolutely do that. And when a sale goes live, you would then know it could be up to 10%, 15%, 20% off, probably somewhere around those lines. That would be the absolute cheapest you can purchase EVERSPACE 2 at this time. That's the lowest, and you can only see that if you have a wish listed, so the notification hits you when it's ready. Otherwise, we totally respect you guys waiting for that 1.0 release, and if that's the way you want to be, ensuring all components of EVERSPACE 2 actually are hit and we account for all of the visionary elements we said, we claimed, we totally understand. So don't stop being awesome, guys. I'm legitimately leaving right now. Take care. Bye. Toodles again.